Okay.
Because the only way that you can support this bullshit is by misrepresenting everything you fucking talk about. Next and final article. I saved the best one for last, guys. Check this out. Evolutionary Racism. A revealing secular book documents the huge change in attitudes to Indigenous Australians after Darwin's book appeared. Little content warning here for image that'll pop up. It shows Aboriginal Australians in chains. It's rough, so if that's not up your alley, set the phone down or skip ahead for a minute. The sinful desire to dominate, reject, ignore, or mistreat others. Hit him with the Ben Shapiro. Secondly, I'd like to give a big welcome to pretty much everyone else. If you're new to the channel, welcome. You've probably seen some of my TikToks where I do debunking of conspiracy theories. Well, if you like those, you're in luck because I'm going to be doing it for like 2 hours here. If you clicked on it because you saw how long the video is and you're just playing it in the background while you do homework or something like that, welcome. I do the exact same thing. I actually kind of intended for this video to be a little bit for that. If you want to be generous, sauce me an interaction. You know, it's like tipping the bellhop. It helps what I do here, you know? And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back, I love you. And bonus points if you're watching at the live premiere, Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the last person that I want to welcome to this video is Philip Ziba himself. Now, Philip, if you are actually watching this, I'm actually partly addressing this video to you. As I said in the beginning, we both have caricatures. I think I said character, but what I should have said is caricatures. We both have exaggerated versions of ourselves that we present on the internet. This is my caricature, we're about to do your caricature. Now, in this video, my caricature is going to go toe-to-toe with your caricature. But one of the reasons that I reshot this video is because I felt like the first one was just too much of, like, you know, commentary channel attack content. And that didn't really sit well with me. And so while I am still going to be going for some pretty good digs in this video, I actually am trying to give you some advice, as weird as that sounds. No, I'm not going to lie. I don't really like your content. And as a matter of fact, I don't even really know if I like you. But as a man-to-man and a creator to a creator, I respect you. Because regardless of the content you make, you are good at what you do. Even though I disagree with the information that you're putting out there, you have an obvious ability to connect with your audience. You have built a platform of 1.5 million followers. Right, Philip, piece of advice number 1. Never let him catch you without your mittens. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. All right, so I think there's no better way to kick off listening to Philip's yapping than by looking at whatever the fuck this video is.
Bruh, what on earth is this thing?
That's Big Bird in drag. I saw him last time I drank ayahuasca.
Apparently it's called the opium or the erosion bird. And don't worry, they're definitely AI generated.
That's bullshit, Philip. Those things are definitely real. The one that I saw told me exactly how and when I was gonna die.
But many are beginning to claim that creatures like this are actually real, and we've already encountered them in our past before.
So this video came out around the height of the, like, erosion bird meme. So he clearly isn't claiming that these things are real, because that would be ridiculous, but he's using it as a bit of a clickbait segue into whatever the next bullshit is he's gonna say.
Why did cultures all around the world just all independently come up with the same allegedly fictitious anthropomorphic bird?
The same allegedly fictitious anthropomorphic bird. Okay, we're grasping at straws right off the bat here. So Philip, I gotta ask you something real quick. If you look at all those birds that you got up on screen right now,
I immediately recognize sort of stylistic elements, the way that some of the color is done, the way that sort of like light and shadow works, and also when you look at the images carefully and you think about the mass of the objects, a lot of times that's when things start to fall apart. Yeah, when you send me those images, it's like, I know this, I've been doing this for a while. I think they were Stable Diffusion, probably. They might have been Midjourney, but I've seen things now that lead me to believe it's Stable Diffusion. So the way that these things spread is people take them out of their original context and they just re-upload it and they put their own spin on it, and then it goes around the world again and again and again. So I started with the images that you sent me from, I think, a TikTok video, and I put a few of those into a reverse image search in Google, and that gave me a clean version, and from there I started tracking and building a timeline of like, okay, when was this first posted? But I found the original source, and the original source, it seems, is an artist on YouTube named Edgar Reyes. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but and he admits to it in a video on his channel and a video on another channel that it's kind of a long interview about how he did it and why he did it. You know, he considers himself an artist too, and he makes a lot of the same points that I've been talking about already about sort of like using the tools
Kurwa,
for creative
zapomniał.
exploration. Later on, they get reposted in the next week or two
Mój Boże.
onto archive.org to make it look like it's a historical document. Suddenly,
No
there
to-
starts to be a bunch of Russian websites that picked up those images. There's one
Yeah.
that's like a sort of a Russian version of 4chan.
Oh.
Seems to be one of the big like places where it started to propagate, and then from there it goes to a number of other Russian websites that, in my
prosím.
digging, I found were publicly
Lux,
linked to
prosím.
disinformation networks and propaganda networks that are known to be Russian origin, and that's not
Bože.
like my opinion. That's the opinion of multiple independent outlets that I looked at that covered that site where it got reposted to, and those images got at that point recontextualized by whoever wrote that article in Russian
Mój
with a
Boże.
bunch of new talking points and new ideas that are not at all contained in the original video. The original video is just images and music, and then from there it appears that it got translated into at least 3 other languages: Czech, Slovak, Lithuanian. Oftentimes in this just images and music, and then from there it appears that it got translated into at least 3 other languages: Czech, Slovak,
Ok. Já jsem vůbec nečekal, že to porazím dneska. No. Já myslím, že to bude trvat ještě déle. No. Inu, tohle je Dev Tracker. to je šílená. Okay. Já nevím, co mám říct. Dal jsem to. Já pak udělám rozbor věty.